Taurus, let's start with your reading. Today, we are going to look into the energies around you at the moment, and then we will take a look into the events coming up for you in the next few months. All right, let's look into your main energy. Your first message today is your commitment is being tested. You know, when this card comes up, it is to remind you that not all the storms come in to disrupt. Some of them come in to clear the path ahead instead. You might be experiencing a time in your life where you're not sure why certain things are happening the way that they are, as if you kept losing control when it comes to specific situations or people, and it doesn't yet make sense, leaving you wondering to yourself what might be really going on here. What we see so far is not only that your overall commitment is being tested, but also we see a question. What is it that you're really committed to? And also, are you committing to yourself enough? Are you committing to yourself as much as you're committing to other people and situations? Well, let's find out. Let's see what this message is about, and let's start with your reading. Okay. Of course, your commitment is being tested. Eight of Swords, Chariot reversed, Five of Swords. Yep. We see immediately what's going on here, Taurus. Okay. Listen, we start with some major cards. Eight of Swords, the Chariot, the Ten of Swords up here as well. What we see right away is that you're coming from a time of changes. Changes you did not really ask for initially. A situation that has evolved in a way that you were not expecting, not at all. Therefore, this has caught you off guard. Even if it happened slowly, you never really believed that it could end like this. And when it did, you did not have a fallback plan, materially or emotionally. You just felt very much out of balance all of a sudden. And just like after an earthquake in the ocean, now you find yourself riding this huge tsunami wave, not knowing where you're really going, not knowing where you should go, feeling overall directionless with this Chariot reversed, and feeling as though the only direction you would really want to go towards might be backwards, perhaps back to a happy place or back to warn your old self so that the fall would have not hurt as much. Now, what's interesting to see here, especially because of this Ten of Swords, is that you are determined to move forward, Taurus. There are no doubts about that. And we see the conflict within you, wanting to let go of the past, but at the same time missing the person, missing the connection, and wishing that things never ended up the way they eventually did. And that's why you feel directionless right now, because you assume that when you miss someone, when you're still very much impacted by the memories, then it means that you should try to reconnect and revisit the past. But that's not actually the case. At some point, you have to realize that some people can stay in your heart, but not in your life. And that sometimes you can miss someone without wanting them back. It might sound weird, but this is how it is. And that's exactly what's happening for you here, Taurus. Don't let your emotions gaslighting you. We can still have feelings for someone and even forgive them for all it's worth, honestly. At the same time, it doesn't mean that those feelings are going to dictate our actions today in the present. If you get to turn the chariot upright, you will realize that the truth is actually in between, the dash in between. In fact, the chariot finds strength and success using two opposite forces. Therefore, what you see here is someone who accepts the past and uses it at their own advantage, but also someone who stays very much connected to the present, in touch with reality, and knows that the best thing is to keep moving forward, even if it hurts or even if it doesn't feel right. Now, in the middle of the reading, Five of Swords, the Empress finally, and this Hangman as well. Here, first of all, with the Empress, here you are, Taurus. This is you, the Empress. In order to find direction again, you need to find yourself again. You need to remind yourself who you are, the Empress. You have this beautiful, charming personality, Taurus. You are always very much in the present, thinking about how what you do today is going to impact your future. You have this effortless magnetism for the people around you, whether you know it or not. And most of all, you don't compromise. Because you know what? You don't have to compromise. This is the time for you to fall in love with yourself all over again. Restore your self-image and realize that sometimes people disappoint you and disappear from your life so that you can be redirected to something better. And you'll see soon that this is actually the case here. But the most important thing that you can do right now, Taurus, before you get into this Empress energy that we're seeing right here, is to be okay with not knowing what might come next. And just know in your heart that whatever it is, you're going to be okay. You are a Taurus. You are an Empress. You are going to be more than okay. Someday soon, Taurus, it's going to make a lot of sense. Now, I do see though with the Hangman and this Five of Swords that you are going to keep yourself somewhat stuck for the time being, not taking action, not making decisions, but mostly reflecting on something. I believe that overall, you're trying to develop some tools that would help you understand what it's real and what it's not. For example, in this previous situation, you might have seen so many signs that pointed out to the fact that this person wasn't good for you or not good enough for you. But you failed to see them because potentially you thought that's just the way it is. Relationships require work and nothing or no one is perfect at the end of the day. But one thing is not being perfect and one another thing is not being a fit, which are definitely two different things. Often it's not even about being right and wrong. It's just about not being a match. What you're trying to do overall here is to understand why you kept going back to someone, thinking every time, you know what, this is the one. This is the one time when things are really going to change, are really going to work out. And then unfortunately, you find yourself back to square one, back to the beginning of this never-ending cycle, which you and only you can finally break, Taurus. Now, speaking of breaking cycles, the Tower, the Lovers, and the Seven of Wands right here as well. You know what happens every single time that you love someone more than they deserve? It happens that they will be able to hurt you more than you deserve. And this is the time, Taurus, to really look into the future. Bring in the past with you as well. Be proud of everything you've gone through. Be proud of the mistakes you might have made as well. Who cares? Screw it, I opened up to the person I cared about the most, even knowing that it could have hurt me. but I did it regardless. I might have loved and lost in all directions, but you know what? I'm not out. The journey for me has only just begun. Now, 7 of Wands, Taurus, you are a fighter, and we know that. All you have to do is to set boundaries for yourself, to have a fallback plan so that you can take even bigger risks next time, knowing that regardless of how the situation is going to turn out, you're going to be fine. You're going to win because you're never going to compromise yourself and your vision. It's important for you to start getting ready for what is coming next. If you thought that this person was the love of your life, the one from the past, well, I think you thought wrong. Look at this, the Tower and the Lovers. Before this comes in, or perhaps it's already in your environment, then before you can finally see it, you need to be that empress. And you need to use the 7 of Wands to create your own stability, new rules, new boundaries that no one will be able to cross, no matter how much you love them. You have allowed things in the past that perhaps you should have not allowed. But that was just a test, preparing you for the real deal, preparing you for the Lovers. Don't forget, your commitment it's being tested. There was something that you went through which was just a lesson. You seem to have a lot to look forward overall, and sometimes the cards really surprise me, honestly, showing how the new soulmate is actually someone from the past. Especially considering the 7 of Wands and this Tower, I see that now you have boundaries. And now that you do have those boundaries, someone is paying more attention for some reason. We'll have to see. But again, this is just me speculating. Let's see what the cards have to say. But what we see right here is someone who's going to be revealed to you as your soulmate, someone who you already know, and someone who now is coming forward with all they have in order to let you know about this. After you actually go through these two energies, the moon and the sun right here. Honestly, this person has been hiding, but they have been around you all along. And right now with the magician, they are becoming proactive about this. And we see that the overall direction, 10 of Cups, looks absolutely beautiful for you, Taurus. So let's see what this is about and let's start clarifying. Let's look into this incoming energies and see who this person might be, what you should expect from them in the near future, and how the situation is going to evolve in the year ahead. If you want to dive deeper into the messages, Taurus, just follow me in the extended reading link below in the description box. Also, don't forget that every single week I randomly select viewers who have watched the extended video to offer them a 100% free personal live reading. I send out emails every Monday morning to confirm. Make sure to check out your spam folder as well. Now, stay tuned for the extended preview coming right up after this. Welcome back to your extended reading, Taurus. The bridging energy taking us from this current situation to the upcoming events is the Ace of Cups. And honestly, all the signs are pointing in one direction. This one right here, Ace of Cups. Someone is revealing something to you. We see Ace of Cups, 10 of Cups, the Lovers, the Sun. This is something major. This is not something that you'll be able to ignore. And honestly, as soon as this event starts to happen for you, as soon as this energy comes in, you will immediately be able to understand why you went through all of this. This is going to make it all worth it. And you will understand at the end of the day that your journey through these obstacles has been taking you here to this new beginning that is about to start for you. And what's beautiful to see with that Tower and 6 of Cups is that this person is already around you. This might be someone who's actually in your life today or someone who has been in your life in the past. and who right now is coming back for another chance, trying to ask for another chance. And what I'm seeing here, although I still don't see how you are going to react when this happens, I do see the sun. And the sun talks about major happiness and major growth as well. What is this going to be about, and how is it going to change your year ahead? So let's first of all clarify this incoming energy, and let's see with this tower what it is that it's going to be revealed to you that you were not expecting. Oh my God. Queen of Swords, straightforward, direct communication. The Six of Cups again. You absolutely know this person. Yep. Okay. Listen, this person comes in with a lot of love for you, Taurus. And honestly, I don't think that you are used to receive this kind of love, which is very different from what you have been going through right here. But obviously, what we see here is a new beginning with someone who thinks the world of you. What we're seeing is that this person comes in